Hey, James here from HIP, and today I'm discussing evolving your SEO strategy for the future. Over the past few months, my team and we have been diligently working on creating a new framework, especially with new AI search and the Google algorithm updates. And we're completely transforming the way we approach SEO, not only to continue to dominate Google but also to power up and dominate AI platforms. So I put together these three pillars and really talking about what the algorithm is focusing on, right? And number one, we have EAT, which has been around its experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. But now this is more important than ever, especially when influencing AI search and just the way that they're pulling sources and also language on your site. You want to make sure that you are definitely giving credibility where credibility is due on your site and off your site. Next thing is local authority. So, building specific local citations and making sure that Google's actually counting them. That's one thing. Any type of local magazines or even media press release news outlets, having a strategic approach to have optimized content on there and then also building credibility and brand mentions is going to go a long way, not only to power up your SEO on Google, but also in AI search platforms like ChatGPT. Next thing is reviews, right? We all know that Google search, the map pack for a local business is extremely important. Review velocity is definitely playing a part, but even further, looking at how results are coming in with AI, and I'm sure AI is going to keep evolving, reviews are incredibly important, not only for the Google Map platform, but also if you can get reviews on anything that influences AI search, like Bing, Yelp, Facebook, right? Having these reviews is going to send an incredible signal over to AI search and just build up reputation. Now, the good news is if you have been having strong traditional foundational SEO for a while, you're ahead of the game. So, if you have incredible on page optimization, if you have topical content that supports everything and all of your services with really strong internal links, optimized page titles, meta descriptions, and then you're building links, really high quality business listing directories, press release campaigns, guest posts, you are going to be ahead of the game. And many times when you're going into ChatGPT, you might even see your business popping up because of having that right now and competitors not having that, right? So traditional SEO is still very important, but what we want to do is actually send very specific signals now to actually influence AI. Now, the first thing I'm going to discuss is AEO. Yeah, you might have heard of this, is Answer Engine Optimization. The biggest one right now is Google AI Overviews. And my team and we've been diligently working, testing things out to actually influence these. Now, there's also voice assistants and Bing AI, but if you get this dialed in, you'll be good across the board. What you want to do is build topical authority and have very specific optimized content that answers very specific questions. Now, I'm just going to show you an example. If I come on over to Google and I type in orthodontist in Orlando, you're going to see here Dr. Sakowitz in the maps, but also ranking number one right here in organic. Now, the way we're able to get listed here is just very strong authoritative traditional SEO, incredible on page optimization, incredible link building, which strategy behind it, of course, to actually dominate Google. But where it comes into AEO is if somebody comes on over to Google and they ask a specific question, how are we answering it? And do we have the authority to actually gain the AI overview? You can see here I put cost of Invisalign in Orlando. You see here the AI overview has a bunch of information, links out to specific sources. And what do you know right here? Sakowitz Smiles is ranking right over here. And again, it comes down to the level of optimization, language, and detail on your site, and then also the authority that actually helps build the trust to actually get ranking here. So, how we're building authority also is because we're building out those press release campaigns and also other guest posts and specific sources that talk about Invisalign off the site that give credibility back towards the site. Next thing that I want to talk about is GEO. This is Generative Engine Optimization. This is ChatGPT, right? Specific AI search, Perplexity, Gemini. Really, what I'm focused on, especially with the team, is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is definitely the more popular, and it's definitely gaining more and more traction, especially as people are interacting with it and actually asking questions and having conversations. And what we want to do here, same thing, is we want very specific language optimized on the site, but we also want to influence it with specific authority that gives credibility. If I jump on over to ChatGPT and I type in best Invisalign provider Orlando, you can see here a top choice that ChatGPT comes with is Dr. Sakowitz. Now, again, if you're looking at specific sources here, you're going to see that there are specific optimizations on the site and then specific optimizations off the site that actually influence this. One thing that the team and I did is we built out, because we're doing so many searches and case study and research, we built out a framework that includes the most popular sources that we continuously see when searching in ChatGPT. And we want to make sure that your business is listed on those sources because it's obvious that ChatGPT gets influenced by those sources. I went on over to ChatGPT and also typed in best orthodontist Orlando, right? And here's a top pick. You can see Dr. Sakowitz again gives you information about the practice. We can see where it's pulling this information from. And then you could go down the rabbit hole and start asking questions if you wanted best pediatric orthodontist in this area, right? And it would give you feedback on that. And you can learn from that to see where is it getting its information from, what kind of optimizations is it looking for, and how can we increase that gap. We call it a gap. If your site does not have it, we want to fill that gap. And one of the biggest things I can say is not just the language on the site. Remember, I'm talking about link building and building up credibility off the site. And when I'm talking about that, I just want to show examples of this. So right here is a guest post on Vocal Media. You can see here there's specific optimizations here and then a link back to the site. And then what we'll do is we'll actually power up this guest post with additional links. And what this is do is signaling to Google and also AI credibility. Think of it like a voting machine. The more of these that we have, the better, especially when there's a strategy behind it with specific language and optimizations. Here's another one, orthodontist near me. This is on a health blog, and we're getting listed right here. And then another high authoritative media outlet, Yahoo Finance, lot of power here, and we're getting a link here, right? And what this actually does is it builds unshakable authority. That's what I call it, right? Now, one, you're getting all of your on-page optimization intact, but then two is all of this off-page media placements, local publications. And what that's doing is building authority and just trust signals, not only to dominate Google, but also to dominate AI search. And as we're moving into the future of SEO. So, what this means for your practice is if you are putting this all together, this on page optimization strategy, this off page optimization brand building, you're going to get higher map visibility. You're going to get featured inside of these AI search engines. And ultimately, you're going to get more patient conversions by building this trust and generating this traffic. So, I just wanted to share this information and also show you what we are doing behind the scenes. And if you have any SEO questions at all, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.